as well once again.
Yes, boy.
Kaleem for 2 times has tried to hit the ball on the leg side where the ball has evaded him completely.
The ball really rushed through. And what probably Oman need to do definitely is that, see if they can pick up 2 or 3 singles and wait for the loose one. They just can't afford to block deliveries right now because the scoring has been pretty slow.
Oh, no.
Wonderful over. 8 gone, 42 for 3.
This has been the batting effort so far from Oman 11. Prithvi Kumar Machi went early, just 1 of 2, not good enough. Akshay Patel went without troubling the scorer. Shoaib Khan still there, battling it out, ensuring he gets his team to a commendable position. Khalid Kale was a short stay for him. Amir Kaleem, the captains, joined Shoaib Khan, and Amir Kaleem's taking a bit of time. This can be a spot of bother for Oman 11. Abdul Rauf, the keeper, is yet to come. Khurram Khan can bat. There's some batting to come for sure, but you want all those batsmen to be less under pressure. Can these two in the middle provide the partnership they require? That line will have to be recalibrated by the bowler. Shami Sarkar.
Down the leg side, giving away wide. Where is the next boundary going to come from? That's something which must be working in the minds of the 2 batters. Shami Sarkar has played 65 matches.
Leading edge, falls short. There was an opportunity at the non-strikers end. There was no call. There was no indication that the throw should be at the non-strikers. It's the fielder himself who's assessed the situation quickly and offered the throw.
Because probably Shoaib thought that, maybe it could be a catch, so he was not sure. So he didn't run.
Now, there was no big start from Amir. Once it went in the air, Amir was also ball watching. He was concerned if the ball would carry. Shoaib was also concerned. In the bargain, one of them had to be stranded. This is another quick single. Direct hit, but the bat was dragged. The crowd is getting into the act for every single as well, because that single is not a struggle against strain. Bangladesh making Oman 11 work for their runs.
Every run is a challenge for Oman right now. They have been the batting has really been put to test, and the scoring has been just around 5 and over so far, and the bowling as well as the fielding has been exceptional.
Kaleem struggling with his footwork. Neither forward nor
Please
backward.
do
Just stood
subscribe
there.
to the channel.
Soumya Sarkar doesn't mind. It's a very good delivery from him. That length is going to trouble the batsmen more often than not. It's not a fluent Kaleem who's turned up today. And that can hurt Oman if he doesn't get going soon.
It's probably a good decision for him to come forward a little bit. Just cut the swing.
That's cut well. The call's for a single only because the ball travelled quickly to a wide-ish third man. Lines have been excellent today from Bangladesh.
Absolutely.
11.
Absolutely, and I think the Bangladeshi bowlers are getting a lot more from the pitch as compared to when Oman was bowling.
Historically, we've seen the chasing becomes a little easier when the lights come on. This particular round. But it's always difficult if the lines are such. Constant pressure, wickets falling in bunches. One falls, then the other. Slight bloom in a partnership. It's gone through with that pull. There is protection for that shot.
Right now, the Oman batsmen are only finding fielders everywhere. And for all the efforts, they are just getting single.
Bangladesh has done a pretty job of keeping Shoaib quiet for a while. He's the man who can hit boundaries at will. To be keeping him quiet, also ensuring runs don't flow from Amir's bat. They're adding pressure. Mushfiqur Rahim, what a star he is for his side. Would want to make a difference with fielding effort today. Usually you see him don the gloves as well. White ball signal. Soumya Sharka's got to re-ball this one. There's also one for the over.
Clearly the captain looking happy so far for the effort. I thought that was a bit harsh.
Soumya Sharka has done well so far. Can he close it out well? He'll yield another single. Amir Kaleem still searching for the middle of the bat. He's looking at the bat in disbelief. But yes, there is a middle. He'll reassure once he looks at it. 9 overs gone, 48 for 3.
Going has been pretty slow. 9 overs gone, 48 for 3. And the bowling card coming up. Nasoor Ahmed bowled 2 overs, gave away 9 runs and picked up a wicket. Mehdi Hassan, 2 overs 12 and picked up a wicket. Shariful Aslam, 2 overs, 6 runs and a wicket. Saifuddin, 2 overs and 11 runs. And Soumya Sharka completing the last over, gave away 6 singles. Oman 48 for 3 after 9.
Afif is going to be the bowler.
Clearly, the Bangladesh captain is giving chances to all the bowlers to roll their arms.
Kaleem's yet to get going. Once again, a little too hard on that ball. A single taken. We've got Neil down there. It's someone very important, very special.
Beside me at the sidelines is Saeed Guest, a former member of the Oman cricket team. Saeed, aren't you proud of what Oman cricket has achieved in all these years?
Absolutely, it's been a very, very long journey, and to be where we are today is truly marvellous and super exciting.
Tell us about your journey with Oman cricket.
So my journey, I started playing cricket at a very early age when I was living in Oxford at the age of 9. And I played county cricket in Oxfordshire for about 3 or 4 years. And then, as I was telling you, moved on to Moorfield, where I had the pleasure of playing with people like Simon Jones, and then opening bowler, Dean Koska, Luke Sutton, who both played for Glamorgan and Somerset respectively.
Wow, it's a fantastic company you had right up there. When you came to Oman back again, played with the side, led the side. Tell us about that journey.
Well, when I came back to Oman, they'd realized that Oman has been playing cricket for quite a while in the UK. And I was lucky enough to become vice president of the board. 3-4 months later, I didn't realize I'd be back on the field, and it was rejuvenating my career all over again, and it was very tough. I must say I took a gap for quite a while, and so when I came back, I was playing with a white ball. And of course, I never played with a white ball, and it's a bit more tricky than a nice cherry ball in the UK.
Now that you've seen Oman cricket grow on from that position till what we have today, hosting the World Cup, being someone who's played
Please subscribe to the channel, please guys.
It's a dream. I think I never expected the World Cup cricket to be in Oman, and just have everyone here and to really push cricket in Oman.
Boys in the side that you want everyone to keep their eyes on.
Well, against the Bangladesh team and show what they have and what we have.
On starting the innings. First ball. I think what's important for Oman is to try and see if they can pick up a leaf or two from the way Bangladesh opened the innings. First 10 overs they got 100.
Unfortunately,
Oh,
like,
there was a chance there. There was a chance. And look at that, cheeky. Extremely cheeky. He probably thought that the batter would have stepped out.
still watching.
He wanted to take that chance. What Bangladesh has smartly done is they've opened with a spinner, not giving that pace to the batters to go along.
And also probably try and entice the batsman to go for the shots.
The enticement is there, and so is the catch. Wicket number 1. The ploy has worked, and the first wicket is down.
Clearly Bangladesh captain knew what exactly he has to do. He brought the spinner on the first over, given the fact that they have a target of almost 200 plus. Obviously they knew the batsman will go for the leather. Safely pouched. First wicket gone.
Akshay Patel didn't open his account. Gone for duck of 2 deliveries.
What does the batsman do? I mean, he has absolutely no choice, right? He has to go for the shots if there is a ball available and the width is available. But couldn't get the distance. Intent was right, but didn't have the power.
And also the ball was slightly slower, and the length was not right for that kind of shot. I reckon he played a little too early and had to drag the ball from outside the offish to the onside a little too much.
A very, very well placed fielder as well in the deep. Clearly the bowler, the captain, all pretty much aligned.
Punching it down.
He's taking advantage of the huge total that they have in the bank. Clearly the captain outsmarting Oman A-team opener here. Hardly any width given, bowling stump to stump, and having lost the first wicket, obviously Oman would want to probably look at a rebuilding phase of kind of sorts in the first few overs. First over gone, none for one.
Bangladesh 207.
Here in the very first over. Here in the very the task just becoming a little more challenging. Tossed up delivery.
Come
Oh, there's a miss.
Come
Oh, there's a misfield there, and they're not running for it.
I think the effort was there, but just couldn't stop the ball and allowed a single. Interesting, they have actually introduced spin on both sides, so clearly they want the batters to go for it. Mehdi Hassan has played 81 games, picked up 73 wickets, and a very healthy economy of just over 7, with a best of 4 for 22.
Picked up and in the gap. Does it have enough fuel? Yes, it does.
It has. Yes, it has. Lovely shot. I think he played it nicely just between the two fielders, and the ball almost teased both the fielders and crossed over the boundary line for a 4.
They need to do a lot more of these regularly and safely.
Easier said than done, I guess, but good opportunity for both the batsmen to show their capability.
quick whiff there.
Clearly Shoaib was in two minds. First he thought he should go for a shot. Later on changed his mind and wanted to defend. Before he could change his mind, the ball almost went through.
This time, Erd in line, and the runs have come. I reckon the ball just died outside the boundary line, and the umpire concurs that's a boundary.
Clearly realizing that there's nobody covering that side of the field. Nicely swept for a 4.
As a spinner, you have to be very, very accurate on where you're bowling, especially in the power play. Just have two men fending for you. And in this case, it's the mid-wicket and the long on. Taking a single there.
Obviously the batsman or the batters wanting to look at whether they can really push the fielder for a second. Was not there. Interesting, we saw Bangladesh batters taking a lot more twos in the first 5 overs, and they were really pushing hard.
I'll come to that in a bit. A switch hit and taken. What a catch! What a catch to get rid of Prithvi. He definitely was not anticipating that. A switch hit rather. And they say catches win matches. This definitely is one of those then.
Classic catch. For the fielder, obviously the fielder was not really ready for that switch shot, but then anticipated well and picked it up nicely. Wonderful catch, and made sure that when the hand hits the ground, the ball doesn't pop out. So brilliantly held. The second wicket down, the score at 10. Oman in some sort of trouble.
What Bangladesh have done is they have planned their bowling innings incredibly well. Double spin attack from both the ends.
Who will win the match? Comment down, guys. Comment down, comment
The
down.
end of 2 overs. 10 for 2. Oman 11.
Subscribe the channel.
Oman batters
Where are
must
you
be in a
from,
bit of a
guys?
dilemma.
How are you?
If you go for a shot,
They've gone for one all along the carpet. A boundary coming in.
nicely timed. The ball had enough legs and crossed the boundary. A much needed 4. And the dilemma is that if you go for an airy shot, there's a very good chance of losing the wicket. But then they need to take full advantage of the power play.
They have to.
Dubai.
They have to go.
Acha.
That's what they do.
Bangladesh 204.
Into the cow corner, 1 bounce, 4 runs.
Again, the shot was there. And beautifully executed for 4 more.
Nasum had bowled a maiden wicket over the first one, picked up a wicket, and then in this one, the first 2 deliveries that he's bowled, both have gone for boundary.
Clearly, Shoaib taking full advantage of the power play with just 2 fielders outside. And not missing out on any opportunity.
Onto the legs, will get a single. The new man in Khalid, he'll be on strike. Those little things that batters